Joe Rogan is more than just a comedian, UFC commentator, or podcast host. He's a business empire. With one of the biggest podcasts in the world, Rogan has built a fortune that most people can only dream of. But just how much is he worth? His net worth is often estimated at around $200 million, but the real number might surprise you. Let's break down how Joe Rogan makes his money, what assets he owns, and the secrets behind his financial empire. The power of podcasting, the Joe Rogan Experience. Joe Rogan's podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, is the foundation of his wealth. He started it in 2009 as a side project, but it became a global success over time. His podcast now attracts millions of listeners per episode and features guests from all fields: scientists, celebrities, athletes, and even controversial figures. The podcast became so influential that Spotify signed an exclusive deal with Rogan in 2020, worth over $200 million. This made the Joe Rogan Experience one of the most valuable podcasts in history. Then, in 2024, he renegotiated his contract, signing another multi-year deal reportedly worth up to $250 million. The new deal allowed him to expand his reach by making the podcast available on more platforms, increasing his earnings even further. Thanks to these deals, Rogan's podcast alone brings in a massive part of his fortune. Podcast sponsorships, millions from advertisers. Besides his Spotify deal, Rogan earns huge money from podcast sponsors. Since his podcast reaches millions of listeners, brands pay millions of dollars for advertising. It is estimated that he makes around $48 million per year from sponsorships alone. Companies selling everything from fitness supplements to tech gadgets line up to advertise on his show. Since Rogan's audience is highly engaged, his podcast is a goldmine for advertisers. Many sponsors see Rogan's podcast as the perfect platform to reach a diverse and loyal audience. His ability to seamlessly integrate ads into conversations makes them feel more natural and trustworthy. This unique advertising approach keeps brands coming back, further boosting their yearly earnings. Comedy career, touring and selling out shows. Long before he became a podcast star, Joe Rogan was a stand-up comedian. He started performing in the late 1980s, and today he still sells out huge arenas. His comedy tours bring in about $23 million per year, adding another major income stream to his empire. His raw, unfiltered, and entertaining style attracts a massive audience. He has also released successful Netflix comedy specials, further boosting his earnings. YouTube, another source of revenue. Even though his podcast moved to Spotify, Rogan still makes money from YouTube. His channel features podcast clips and other content, drawing in millions of views. With YouTube ad revenue alone, he earns about $6 million per year. His videos often go viral, adding to his overall wealth. UFC commentary, a passion that pays well. Joe Rogan has been a UFC commentator since 1997. He started as a backstage interviewer and later became one of the most recognized voices in the sport. Even though UFC commentary is not his main source of income, it still pays well, bringing in about $2 to $3 million per year. His deep knowledge of mixed martial arts and energetic commentary make him a fan favorite. His role in the UFC adds to his brand and credibility. Onit, a business that pays off. Rogan is not just a content creator, he's a businessman too. He co-founded Onit, a wellness and supplement company focused on fitness, health, and performance. Onit sells vitamins, protein powders, workout equipment, and more. The company has been highly successful, and Rogan earns about $2 million per year from it. In 2021, Unilever acquired Onit, but Rogan remained involved, continuing to promote its products on his podcast and social media. Rogan has played a key role in making Onit a household name, often featuring its products in his daily routines. His influence has helped the brand grow into a multi-million-dollar business with a loyal customer base. Even after the Unilever acquisition, Onit continues to expand, launching new products and collaborations that align with Rogan's fitness philosophy. Merchandise sales, a steady income stream. Joe Rogan also makes money from merchandise sales. His loyal fans buy clothing, accessories, and other products featuring his brand. While this isn't his biggest income source, it still adds to his overall wealth. Massive real estate investments. Joe Rogan has invested heavily in real estate, owning luxury properties across the U.S. His real estate portfolio is worth around $150 million. Some of his most famous properties include a $14 million mansion in Austin, Texas, where he moved in 2020. Several homes in California, including a luxurious house in Bell Canyon. Additional properties in Florida and other states. Rogan moved from California to Texas partly due to tax benefits, allowing him to keep more of his earnings. Cash reserves and stock investments. Apart from real estate, Rogan has huge cash reserves and stock investments. He reportedly has $35 million in cash, giving him financial security, a $25 million stock portfolio, investing in health, tech, and media companies. These investments ensure that his wealth continues to grow. Luxury lifestyle, cars, yachts, and more. Joe Rogan has a passion for high-end cars and owns a collection worth about $3 million. His garage includes a Tesla Model S, which he loves for its performance, a 1965 Corvette Stingray, showing his love for classic cars, a Ford Raptor, which he often takes off-roading. He also owns a luxury yacht valued at $5 million. While he doesn't show off his wealth as much as some celebrities, his expensive taste is clear. Liabilities, the other side of wealth. Even with a massive net worth, Rogan has some liabilities. His loans and mortgages are estimated at $30 million. However, compared to his huge assets, this is a small amount. His financial decisions are well calculated, ensuring he always stays ahead. Net worth growth, how he built his fortune. Joe Rogan's net worth has grown significantly over the years. His success comes from his ability to adapt, expand, and diversify his income streams. In the early 2000s, he made a few million. By the 2010s, he was worth tens of millions. By 2024, his estimated net worth surpassed $200 million. His journey from stand-up comedian to one of the richest podcasters in the world shows the power of evolution and smart business moves, controversies, and their impact on his wealth. Despite his success, Rogan has faced many controversies. His podcast has been criticized for hosting controversial guests, and he has been accused of spreading misinformation. However, these controversies haven't hurt his wealth. If anything, they have kept his podcast in the headlines, bringing in even more listeners. His ability to handle criticism and stay in the public eye has only strengthened his brand. Final thoughts. Joe Rogan's secret net worth revealed. Joe Rogan's secret net worth is no longer a mystery. His smart investments, multiple income sources, and loyal fan base have made him one of the wealthiest entertainers in the world. What do you think about Joe Rogan's financial success? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing content.